So in 2019 and 2020, the People's Bank of China has introduced an updated version of their banknotes, which has been used since 1999. It still shares the same design, however it has introduced updated security features. So in this video, I'm going to compare these new features on the 1 and 5 Yuan banknote to the old features on the 2005 and 1999 notes. Starting with the 1 Yuan note. Both notes features a watermark of an orchid. On the new note, it's more detailed and includes the denomination to the right. Next to the right, the old note features a latent image of the denomination. On the newer notes, it was removed, along with the braille lines at the bottom. The new note, however, added a fully embedded security thread to the center of the note, which also features the denomination when held up to light. The old note doesn't feature any security threads. And a microprint on the old note can be found here, around the latent image, and the denomination to the top on the front. On the new note, it can be found here, next to the portrait, and in the main denomination to the center. On the reverse, both notes features it below the image and date of issue. The newer note added 2 more lines of microprint, and it's in black ink, which is more visible. More microprint can be found here, in the denomination to the left on the newer note. Now moving on to the 5 Yuan note. Both old and new notes features a watermark of a narcissus flower, and the denomination. Again with the new notes being more detailed. 3 see-through registers is also added on the newer note. 2 of them is featured here, below the watermark. When held up to light, the colored part on the reverse will appear in these white spots on the front, completing the image. The other one is featured as this denomination to the top right. However, this one mostly only works from the reverse. Next, the old 5 Yuan note features this rainbow metallic security thread. When tilted, it will appear in random colors. And when looked more closely, it features the Yuan symbol and the denomination. It can't be seen when held up to light. The new note, like the 1 Yuan note, features a fully embedded security thread, with the denomination. Again, the latent image to the top right is removed on the newer notes. And for denominations 5 and above, the denomination in the center is featured in magnetic color changing ink. When tilted, it will change from brown to green. And it has this moving bar effect. Microprint on both notes can be found in the same place like the 1 Yuan note. However, on the new 5 Yuan note, it's featured in this flower on the front, instead of the denomination. On the reverse, it's still featured here to the bottom. Under UV light, the front of these notes is basically the same, featuring the denomination in this yellow box. The reverse of the 1 Yuan sees the same background pattern glows. The 5 Yuan, however, is slightly different, with the old note featuring these background parts glow, while the new note doesn't. And that's mostly it. For the rest of the denominations for both series, they basically still shares the same security features. However, the main difference being the security threads, watermarks, and see-through registers. I will make a video covering the images featured on these notes in the future, but for now, thanks for watching.